Okay, hello everyone, I'm still Osin. However, I don't matter. This is Spyro, Reignited Trilogy. The remaster, remade, I don't know the difference of the original Spyro trilogy. We're playing Spyro 1. 80 Dranks NBS. I just explained it before I start because in the game I'll be kinda stressed. It's a fast-paced game, you will be surprised how fast we're done. NBS means no balloonist skip. There's a skip where we use the balloonist to skip instantly to the end game. We can use that in any percent, also in 80 drinks, but we won't use this in this category. And the rest, we will just see in the game. 3, 2, 1, wait, I need my timer first. I need to see it as well. Okay, but now for real. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. In the world of dragons. So, whoever cares about the lore, there was an interview early on with the dragons, and they called Nasty Nork, that's the antagonist of this game, they called him ugly, and he got angry and crystallized all of them. Now our job is to rescue them all. That's the category. There are 80 dragons in total in the game. We will rescue them all. Everything else is any percent. What's the difference between 80% and 80 dragons? It just means since we have to rescue all the dragons, we will see every standard level. In any percent we just skip some of them. But here we see pretty much the whole game without doing everything. So yeah, let's start with Stonehill. The first level of the game. This just shows the basics of the game. This is a 3D platformer, originally on the PS1 in 1998. So you can't expect too much from it. It's an old classic though. And what we are doing, we are running, we are fast, collecting gems since we are a dragon, rescuing dragons since we are also a dragon. We can fly, breathe fire, that's it. Nothing too complicated. And yeah, as you see, only the dragons we need. Everything else comes over time. So we just leave. Once on the bottom of the screen the text box appears, all dragons rescued. Or something like that. I don't look at that. Okay, next up is Town Square, and Town Square features our first skip of the game, and I hope I don't mess it up. It's the Niels skip, and we do that with a dragon called Niels. Who would thought so? The thing with Niels is, every time we rescue a dragon, on the pedestal shortly after appears a fairy that saves our game and our progress and everything. It just so happens that the fairy that spawns from this pedestal has collision for a short time, and we use that to jump over the wall there. Like this dragon here is Niels, and it's just so handy. Sometimes everything just works together. And I messed it up. I'm sad. There's no real backup for that. There's a strange backup for that. But yeah. Kinda rusty. Cow. Now, optimally, we would be able to jump on that fairy and just jump on the platform behind it. And then we're good. Now we have to go the long way. Whoops. Bit too hasty there. But that doesn't matter, that just gives us extra safety since we need some gems. Anyways. Because in case you don't know, to traverse through the home worlds, we need to get a certain amount of collectibles. In the first world, we need 10 dragons. That's obviously what we'll get. From the second we need 1200 gems. Then we need 5 dragon eggs, which we have none yet, but we will get some soon. And so on and so forth. This is our first use of the travel, of the fast travel. This is something that's new in SRT and we use it a few times. But yeah, time for the first unskippable dragon. Never mind, we just skipped him. There are a total of 2 unskippable dragons. You can skip both. But with Nesta I'm confident with the second one. Maybe that will cost us 20 seconds. But it's the very last one, so it doesn't matter too much. As you've seen, already so many things to talk about in so little time. It goes over so fast. But yeah, next up, Dark Hollow. Dark Hollow is, for example, a level that we wouldn't see in normal any percent or in any percent NBS, however you want to say it. Since this level is rather short, doesn't feature many collectibles, and the dragons are also kind of spread out, so it's not really used. Or rather, seen. Especially this one. This is a rather slow section. You can time that stuff correctly, or you can just run past them once they hit you, like that. But yeah, slow stuff. But it is one of the most beautiful levels in the game. But yeah, that's just lighting in the dark level. Can do so many things. Time to try through that without getting hit. Good stuff. Rescue Darius, we are done here, and leave through the vortex. That's important, because the boss of the first level, Toasty, only opens when we leave a level through the vortex. This is something that I've seen many people fail with. I never did that mistake. Never. No, I never did that. But yeah, once we rescue this dragon, the dragon head on the back opens and we can enter Toasty. If we wouldn't have left the level through the vortex, this wouldn't happen. Yeah. And don't do dumb mistakes, people. So, Confronting Toasty. This is a boss level. Just kidding, we're playing 80 dragons. We just run in here, zoom past everything. Up there is over there is the dragon. We rescue that and instantly leave again. With slow menuing again, with the fast travel skip, because it shortens our walking time or travel time in the level. Yeah, this level is pretty much showing what 80 dragons is about. We just go into a level, collect the dragons, collect something that's on our way, and move on.
Are you ready to go?
And this is the first world already. And I've seen in the chat 80 dragons is any percent. No, it's any percent with a twist. Like in real any percent we would only collect 51 dragons. But here we collect all 80. That means the routing is different, and yeah. Everything else is any percent though. Anyways. Welcome to Peacekeeper, second world. This is also the spot where we would do the balloonist skip. Using the Fairy of Titan's pedestal. It's just yet another thing that it's so many pieces of trickery that just work together and perform a huge glitch. TLDR, In the out of bounds area of Peacekeepers, there's a debug area that opens pretty much every world in the game, if you are able to stand on that area. And using Titan's Ferry, you are able to go out of bounds with some trickery and so many things. I've even seen there are many setups for that. But yeah, found 1 and 1 together, you use that ferry to go out of bounds, go to the debug area, have every world unlocked, and that's it. You just go into the final world. Depending on how much more shenanigans you want to add, you can even unload all of the final world and just instantly enter the final boss. Yeah, that's too much stuff to talk about. It doesn't matter here. Okay, Dry Canyon. Dry Canyon is the first level in Peacekeepers, and it also already features some changes between the original and Reignited. Like, especially this jump right here. I did it. Yes, good stuff. This jump also works in original, but it's really difficult. In SOT it's so easy. Like, I've even seen people casually playing Reignited and do that jump, even though it's not the intended way. So you really see how easy it is. Other than that, get to the last dragon. Since we need all 74. And what I mean with that, you will see later. Okay, next up is Clifftown, and there's a series of skip or glitch, or I don't know how you want to say that, which is the roll in skip. And I did it, Pog. I never did it with this level. What I did there is, Telia, I skipped the loading screen. Because loading into the game is faster than load into a level. In Spyro 1, that is. It only applies to Spyro 1. Because the loading screens in Spyro 2 and 3 got shortened. Like, they got improved. The only ones that didn't get improved are Spyro 1. Sad. But yeah, what I did there is I entered the portal, quit the game at the same frame where I entered the portal, and that made me load into the level when I load in the game again. And that is faster because first we skip the loading screen, and second, you might have seen that on some levels Spyro does a huge loop into the sky and comes back down. You might be able to see it in the next level. And in some levels that loop is way bigger and takes a way longer time. And that's where the fly and skip really benefits from. Oops, I don't need that chest. Already overgemmed anyways. Because that fly and skip benefits from that loop. In the way of this game, since it's on PC, I'm playing on PC, we use loadless time. We have an auto splitter, and that removes loadless. But some things of the game don't count as loading, even though they are. Namely, that huge loop, or that huge looping that Spyro does. So we just avoid that and have like 3 seconds earlier control. Something like that. You see, even though we don't have much movement, there's still so much tech you still can do. Even though, we have to say, this game is rather polished. Especially the original. If you look at the runs of original Spyro 1, there are like no real big glitches going on. Most of that is really pure movement. And this somewhat applies to here. Only Spyro 1 though. We don't talk about the other two. The other two are really broken. Especially Spyro 2. But yeah, Spyro 1 is rather tame in that regard. So most of the stuff you really see is movement. And not too much more. Okay, this is Dr. Shem, or rather the pre-level of Dr. Shem, since this is another boss that we won't see. Dr. Shem thinks he's so cool. That's a crow from the dragon here. He's even that cool, we won't even fight him. So again, just go in here, collect those freebies, collect those shinies, rescue the dragon, leave. That's none of our business. We rescue on the dragon, they can take care of that themselves. They should be big enough, or dragon enough, I don't know. I mean, they got trapped in crystal, so that doesn't speak for them. Loading into Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern is yet another beautiful level. But again, it's an ice cave. It's hard to make an ice level not look good. You have to try to make it look bad, to be honest. That's just my opinion. They are bad looking ice level, yes, but then the game looks bad. Either way. Ice Cavern. I just hope I don't forget a dragon. This is the level where I tend to forget a dragon. Just because of different routing. In any percent you would do a different route, or in general, in any percent you would do a different route than any percent. Than 80 dragons. And especially in this level, it sometimes hits me. This is a gacha level. Because in any percent you would just go straight after that dragon down the cliff. Now you can glide there. But in 80 dragons you better go over here since there's a dragon over there. This is a dragon that would get skipped. For example. But not this time, I got you. But other than that, straightforward as well. Except at the very end, there's yet another jump that is so damn easy in Reignited and somewhat tricky in original. It's just that jump here over to the right side. Here, no problem. Don't even have to glide or anything. And in OG, it requires a bit of setup. Just a little bit though. And this is Peacekeepers. I'm good with gems. That's good. We need 1200 to move out of this world. And with every dragon we have 32 right now. I don't like this one. This only has one text box before it says, do you want to move on? Yes or no. The other ones have two, and sometimes you spam because of that. And then you mess up. Mini ring. Pork. Okay, next up, Magic Crafters. This is the world where the difficulty ramps up. Like, now you feel difficulty. Every level here has places where you can fall down and die. Has enemies that tend to be more aggressive. More enemies in general. Ouch. Also, that's a spring chest kill. When I see people play this like for the first time and they don't know that this works, this also works in the original by the way, they are kind of flashed. But yeah, you can use those fan chests. Sorry, that's a fan chest, not the spring chest. You can use those fan chests to kill enemies. In 120% in the completionist category, or in some other categories where you collect more stuff, you use it a bit more often, but not here. Okay, Alpine Ridge. Again, a level with a huge loop. There you see, like, right now the timer would start ticking, but we can't play. And now we can move. That's what the fly and skip help us. Okay, Alpine Ridge, or rather the level that breaks the PC port. Because if you look at the top right corner, very small, you see that I have the FPS counter enabled. That is needed for a valid run. It's on the leaderboards, that rule. But also, it shows you that I'm playing on 50 FPS. And this is required, because that door on the right side, you see there, that lift wall and that wall goes down again. That wall would break if I would play on higher than 50 FPS, namely 60 or something. It just won't get lowered. No, I won't break that. So yeah, if you have that happen to you, play on 50, that wall should work again. In general, it's advised to not play this game at 60, because, or higher than 60, because many things in this game are somewhat hard-coded, especially at the later games. The physics, for example, are hard-coded. The less FPS you have, the higher your jumps are. And if you have more than 90 FPS or something like that, Spyro tends to slide around. So, in a way that you tap your button and he moves like on ice. You don't want that. You don't want that. So in general the rules are, it doesn't matter too much in Spyro, Spyro 1 on SRT if you want to speedrun that in the future. So you can freely play 60 even if you want. You just have to be really safe, change 50 for Alpine Ridge. For Spyro 3 it's either 50 or 30, and for Spyro 2 you need to play on 30 because there are so many tricks in that game that requires precise jumps, and you get those by having 30. If you're playing console, it doesn't matter, they are all 30. Imagine playing a PC game on not 60 FPS or higher. Thank you for that. Okay, High Caves. High Caves is a level that is split up in two parts. We have the high and we have the caves. We won't see the caves. In the caves are spiders, giant metal spiders. We can't defeat them that easily. We don't go there. Ew. And so we just go into the other part. Because we have some easy gems here, and we have a dragon, and this is the most important thing. And also, this is the level that introduces us to, normally two, but we only see one new power-up ability, you name it. The Supercharge. Somewhere over there. You will see it. What does the Supercharge do? Well, you guess this is the normal charge, like when I just run with my horns in the front, and the Supercharge just makes it super. We are super fast, we're super strong. Super hot. But yeah, even though we have all the drinks, now we just get a few more gems with this supercharge. You see, we're doing fast. Boom. No, never mind. That was slow. Yeah, and that's it already. Casually, this is a good level because this is the first level where you have the supercharge, as I said. And in the supercharge area, you can't die by falling down into the endless pits. So, good for practicing. Next up, we have Wizard Peak. Normally this is a place where I always say some Spyro trivia. Like, Stuart Copeland, the drummer of Police, made the original soundtrack, and he also... stuff like that, I don't know. A part of Wizard's Peak soundtrack got reused for a Nickelodeon show called The Amanda Show, stuff like that. And that's
I have a little bit of
that's just trivia. I heard someone telling, yeah, please, what's going on?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I kind of like can't hear him, but do we have time for a couple of donations? They have like a lot of delay right now, so I can't.
Oh, we have donations? We can do that soon. No problem. But yeah, in general, this is a tricky level for some...
Sorry.
Okay. I will tell you when it's good. That this is a tricky level for casual players because this is the first level where they really start to hide some things. Namely that one platform over there. Oops, oh, that was bad. I kind of want that. That platform over there where I just jumped. There's a whole second path in here. I almost did the good supercharge. But for speedrun, it's also a tricky level because it's the first level where there are real supercharged shenanigans. Supercharged behaves kind of weird in this game. In OG as well, you can also do many different funny things with supercharge. But yeah, I'm not good at that. I forgot to split once, whatever. Okay, next up is Blowheart. Is this the boss? This time we will defeat the boss because it has many gems that we can get fast, so we take that, of course. And other than that, since you mentioned donations, you have a bit of time.
Alright, awesome. So we have £10 from Pause. No message, but thank you for the donation. We also have £4.97 from Benji that says, kill those animals. And actually, with that donation from Benji, we are at $860, which means we met the Undertale True Pacifist incentive. So thanks for all the support, everyone.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, this is Blowheart. As I said, this is pretty much the only level that we will fully complete. Like, this is almost 100% of this whole level. Almost. The only thing we will miss is optimally 2 gems. But other than that, we just get everything. This is also another point where I drop some Spyro trivia. And that's rather recently a Spyro demo or early version got posted somewhere, and I've seen it. It got showcased in the Spyrothon, the community marathon of the Spyro community. And this level looked so damn awful. Like, the mechanic of this level was that it was only filled with huge wizards, like the ones we've seen in Wizard Peak, and all of them had a hat. And as long as the enemies were wearing that hat, they were invincible. So that means you have to get close to a giant enemy, jump, weave that hat away, and then defeat that enemy afterwards. And that was kind of awful. It looked awful. And it was even that bad that you were able to softlock that level. Not good. Not good. But yeah.
Would you like to go?
This is Magic Crafters. The requirement of this world was collect 5 dragon eggs, which we got. There are 12 in total, so easy going. Okay, Beast Makers. I said Magic Crafters ramps up the difficulty. Now it does even more. Beast Makers features some infamous levels that are, oh boy, namely Misty Bog and Treetops. That will be fun. But more about that when we're there. First, Terrace Village. Now that's where the real fun begins. This level also features a jump that is harder in OG, but it works, and here it's rather easy, but it's also still somewhat difficult. And I don't even know why that jump is possible, but I will mention that when we're there. But first, electricity with range, electric platforms. Not good stuff. Not good. Not good. It hurts. And we're already there at that point. Let's go. Bonk. So yeah, this jump here. I don't know why this is possible. Why does this platform over there in the back where we are about to jump to, why does that even exist? There's nothing here. And this is not the intended path to go up here. Why does that exist? Maybe it's something that just got left over from development stuff, but it's useless. And it confuses me. But whatever. Whatever. Lump. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention that I totally forgot, since in early game you have so many things to talk about. They really did a good job with the game visually, but in every way. Like, every dragon here is unique, and they gave them a unique personality and stuff. And they did that very well. Especially within the more levels where they have a general theme going on. Like Magic Crafters and Dreamweavers, with this, which is the next world we will visit after that. Or especially Artisans. I mean, Artisans is the first world, but it's... maybe that makes sense that they put the most work into that, but still, they did such a good job. Like, if you play that ever casually, just... and you see the cutscenes, just... it's so good. Like, I have the art book here, behind me. You might be able to see it in my face cam. But yeah, it's somewhere over there. Where they literally said, we are the artisans world, we have so many different arts already, what other arts could we do? And that's how they performed that. Anyways, I'm talking so much. We are in Wild Flight now. Wild Flight is the first and only flight level we will see in this category, and this dip was intentional. But yeah. In this category we'll only see Wild Flight. Good to know that's also like the hardest one. Maybe. Yeah, much appreciated, and I already did that path wrong, but whatever. Whatever. We're still going fast. Yeah, flight levels, I don't know who likes them. I mean, good that they did that, but stuff, I missed that one. So we just do not the full loop, please. I want this one. And a bonk. Yes. Yeah, that's what I mean with Wild Flight is the hardest. If you screw up like 1 second, and sometimes I hate that loop does just ugh. Whatever. Wild Flight hurts. You can exchange them even. You can also do Crystal Flight. This is the flight of magic crafters. But Wild Flight has 2 uses. First, you have more gems going here. But that most of the time shouldn't be too much of a problem. But the second good use is that if you... Ah, damn it. If you fail... Okay, and don't do that loop again. I try to be cool, and it doesn't work out. Good to know. If you fail by falling into the water, that counts as a death without you losing it alive. That means it resets your sparks to gold. And the next level, Misty Bog, we need gold sparks to enter. Or at least blue. But yeah, that means we have a free sparks reset. I can save that. Without much time loss. Except if I die over here again. I always fail Wild Flight when I try to show it off. In practice I do it first try. It's just the... How do you name it? How do you call it? When you want to show something off, it doesn't work. It's that stuff. And that's why I normally prefer doing Crystal Flight. Because I'm more confident with... Thanks for that collision, you dang arc. Pushed me up, I wasn't able to get that boat there. I can save that. I just have to do it that way. Nah. I mean, beating the time isn't too difficult, especially if you do 2 things at the same time. It just takes your speedrun lifespan timer. Well, from this point on it should be smooth sailing. We just had the Arc of Doom. Well, that sucks. And that I didn't get that plane there. So sucks, but not too much of a problem. Wasn't good, but at least we're done with that. 119. Ideally, the best way possible we have like a 52. If you do it good, you have a 52, or maybe faster than that. But yeah, that's Wild Flight. Once you fail it, it doesn't let you go. Maybe I shouldn't do the skinny dip early, for good luck in the future. But yeah, next up Misty Bog. Misty Bog is oof. It's a difficult level, it has many enemies. It has a death room of death. And it has annoying enemies. And you only have 2 fodder. Maybe I should explain Sparks. Sparks is the dragonfly that's following me. It's basically your health meter also. Gold Sparks means you can tank 3 hits, then 2, 1, then Sparks is gone, and if you take another hit, then you die. Sparks also collects your gems for you. That's just pretty handy. Oops. That's also fine. And also shows you where gems are, if you're missing some, but only in SRT. And you get health points back by feeding sparks. And as I said, as I mentioned, this level only features 2 fodder. One at the very beginning, that was that chicken wing scene there before I did that damage abuse. And the other one is over there on the right side. We will see it soon. But yeah, as you've seen, take into consideration that this is a deadly level. You have only 2 fodder and you start with a damage boost that takes at least 2 from you. Or if you're good, only 1, but most of the time 2. Because the boss behave weird. That makes for a good experience. Also, those frogs, never charge them, they can attack you faster before you're able to charge them. Just as a tip for the future. But yeah, you've seen the preview. Annoying enemies. Now, let's just ramp it up. Put 13 of them into a small room. Some of them are frogs, and some of them are those metal ones that you can't flame. That sounds like fun. Do we have a good position? Yeah. I'd rather take this slow since I want... No, never mind. I'm not allowed to keep sparks. And invincibility frames are also not on my side. Sad. But yeah, welcome to the Beastmaker's experience. Seems like this run is has a good future. I'm kind of scared for treetops now. Let's take it safely here. There we go. Not even getting hit once, of course. And then when I needed it, I get hit. The classic. At least we're almost done. Why are you there? Oh no. Anyways. Moving on. At least we're done with this level. It's just literally this room. Then we're out of here. Why does this game hate me so much? But to be honest, which runner likes the speed game? And which speed game likes the runner? Am I right? Of course. Okay, next up treetops. And treetops, as I mentioned when I entered Beastmakers, is one of the most infamous levels in the game. It's even that infamous that... Okay, first we tried to skip a cutscene here, but that's just something as a side note. This is a level that when Reignited Trilogy got released, either console or PC, I was peeking into casual players playing the game again. Like, I've seen so many people. Ah, damn, I didn't skip the cutscene. Sad. There were so many people stuck in here, like literally stuck, meaning they had to Google. Namely Jet, that's the one dragon on the faraway island. But to be honest, I can't blame them. This is really something... A real casual player, I don't really know how people should have learned that in the past. But luckily we are not doing the intended way, we are just doing this. Then we're over here. But yeah, other than having 2 hidden secrets, or well hidden secrets, it's also the level of why As this level only consists of supercharge on top of deadly cliffs on top of treetops. Well, why is that level called like that? Yeah. So I have some supercharge fun, I guess. Oh, almost got keyless. Breaking this key chest with supercharge instead of key. Almost got it. That would have been pork because I never got that before. That would even the run out, maybe a bit. We'll see. We're not done yet. But yeah. Next for another supercharged shenanigans trick. Because who doesn't like those? I give it one try. If I die, I will just do it the casual way. Or rather, intended way. Because it's faster than trying it again. That might not make it. Okay, that looks scuffed. Okay, sad. That all. Yeah, sad. There you see, supercharge is scuffed. Well, you are able to do a 360 on that one ramp over there and take double the speed of it. Because you need double the speed to reach that higher platform. We go up here because there are lots of gems. Don't fall down accidentally, good stuff. Plop, plop. And that's it. That's treetops. Pretty much everything. The only thing we are missing are just a few gems in an area we didn't visit. Yeah. Next up, yet another boss fight. Metalhead. Metalhead is somewhat tricky, but we will get to that soon. Oops, don't dip into that water, it's not healthy. Short flame, I like it. Jump up here, okay, sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. Whoop. Here we go. And Metalhead. Metalhead also has a well-hidden secret. Which we will also visit. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Except the boss fight. The boss fight is a bit tricky. But we can work with that. But before, it's just gem collecting, more gem collecting, and even more gems. All the shinies. We are a dragon. We like gems. Need to get our hoard and stuff. Bonk. How's the run looking estimate wise? Estimate should be fairly good. As long as nothing bad, ultra bad happens, I will make it underestimate. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So yeah, next, okay, here we have Metalhead, and Metalhead has an interesting mechanic because we can't hit him directly. The only way to deal damage to him is by destroying all of those electric poles, and we can only hit them while they are green, obvious. He can also destroy them himself. In the previously mentioned beta, the second phase was interesting because there were some poles that were indestructible for you, and only Metalhead were able to destroy that. That was a cool mechanic. I don't know why they put it out. Maybe that was, or maybe why they threw it out. Maybe it was too hard to realize or to handle. I don't know. But that was a cool thing. IMO. Also on the side note, in case anyone wonders, hint, no one does, the Reignited Trilogy takes the NTSC version of the game, not the PAL version. The differences are rather small. They exist, so again, flexing a bit with Spyro knowledge. Okay, we have everything done here. I hope I have every drag because I didn't look at my counter. Ideally, we would have 58. And considering, you have to consider, we got every dragon if we have 58. And the requirement to go to Dreamweavers is 50. That means you're only allowed to miss 8 dragons. And we had some that are well hidden already. So, kinda tough. Okay, welcome to the final regular world, Dreamweavers. If we would play regular any percent NBS, we wouldn't even see any of the levels in here. Like, we would run around through the overworld, go to Icy Flight, go to Jug, that's the boss, and then we leave instantly. We won't see any of these levels. Because from this point onward, we don't need any dragons anymore, we just need gems. The requirement to go to the next world, in the final world, is 6,000 gems. And that's the final requirement of the game, pretty much. So we can say if we would play any percent, we would collect 5 dragon eggs, somewhat close to exactly 6,000 gems, and 51 dragons. And as I said earlier, this is 80 dragons, we just collect every dragon. Okay, next power up. This is also a power up that we would have seen in High Caves, but we didn't. And that's the Super Flame. Yeah, what does it do? It's all flame but super. That means we are able to flame metal things now. Everything else doesn't matter. But I like the design of that, how it looks in here. Okay, next well hidden secret. How did I not make that jump? Where did my hide get dropped? Okay, that's the next well hidden secret. That's also kinda mean. And yeah. And this is also not the intended path to go there. So don't worry. Let's just do it again, shall we? I mean, luckily this isn't one... Thank you for that bonk. Luckily this isn't 120%, so it doesn't matter too much if we fail after that secret. Ah, damn it. Okay, we do it the old-fashioned way. Fine. Look at how confusing this is. You saw the glimpse of it, how it could be done fast. We need to go here. There's a dragon. And a special type of super flame. Here's a special fairy. And that fairy's kiss gives us a permanent super flame, but only for this level. And if you die, you would lose it. And that's why it's crucial to not die in this level after you did this. Because you leave this area with a one-way exit and you have to do that supercharged thing again to go back here. And that takes a lot of time. Plop, 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 plop. Getting our gems. Luckily, I'm bad at math, so I can't really tell how good I am with my gem count. So we just have to collect a few more. Why not? Alrighty. Running into that grenade. Why not? Good stuff. Yeah, this one is the last dragon. We're done with Haunted Towers. Strange level, I tell you. Oh damn. Okay, this would have been a section where I could have used the fast travel again to go to the start of the level, but I forgot, so I just have to death abuse. Throw myself off the cliff. Why not? Because it's faster than using the whirlwinds over there. Always has been. Same as in the original. Okay, next up, Dark Passage. Dark Passage is an interesting level. It's a long level. It's somewhat of a confusing level for casual players. And especially in the original, it was a scary level. The enemies look terrifying. Okay, the mechanic of this level is that the enemies transform between huge and scary and small and you can still hurt me by the Jester's light. And that's pretty much it. It is a mechanic. It is the mechanic of the level, so now you know. It's nothing too big that impacts us though. Too much. Maybe if I would be able to hit an enemy, then that would work. And drip into the secret passage. Yeah. You can see that this exists. Maybe less in the original, but yeah. Also this slide over here. Stuff like that. How do people find that out? By trying. Yes. Just throw yourself down that cliff. I'm fairly certain that I'm good with gems, so I take a bit of a more risky route. And will punch myself later if I'm under-gemmed. That always sounds fun. Okay, next death room, but this time it's not as difficult as Misty Bog is. It's just put annoying enemies into a small space. Always sounds fun. Okay, one crucial mistake you can do here. After you lit that firework and rescue Bakari, don't die. It will hurt your soul. Because else you'd have to go through the whole secret passage again to light up the firework again. As you can't get that load of gems over there. Been here, done that. It hurt. It does hurt. Okay, we are very good on gems. So I can even skip many of them. Good stuff. Good stuff. We just go over here to grab this dragon. And yeah, this jump here is also, it's somewhat a bit more difficult in OG. It works, but as I said, easier in SRT, stuff like that. Okay, if we have 69 dragons after Latif, we got everyone. Nice, good stuff. That's totally not the whole reason why I remember that. But yeah, Lofty Castle. Many people don't like Lofty Castle. I don't know, I like this level. It has a cool concept. And it feels good to play. It has a good soundtrack. I don't know. I mean, it's annoying to traverse, yes, but I don't know, I like this level. Is it just me? Also, we have flying pigs, even though they don't look like pigs anymore. And never look like pigs. I think they are supposed to be pigs. Okay, the mechanic of this level is that those fairies, they are trapped, and when we rescue them, they open us a path to move on. In original, you were able to skip those few of the times, but here you don't. Sad. At least I wasn't able to do that, so I guess it's not possible. And I have not seen anyone be able to skip those. Either way. Boom. Dum, dum, dum. We're already done with this level. We won't stay here for too long. Like, literally. We just get Useni. Get the supercharge. And rescue the next dragon super fast. And done. That's Lofty Castle. $692, that's a good number. 300 gems, we can do that. Because next up is Jack. It's pretty much our last level that we get gems in. Because as I said, the requirement to move on to the next one is 6,000 gems. After that, there are no real requirements anymore, except in this category where I still need to rescue every dragon. But other than that, not too much. I mean, normally we would be able to skip the next level, like pretty much completely, but I have to play it since dragons. That's the reason. Okay, Jack. I could just point out another Spyro trivia theme here, because Stuart Copeland, the composer of the soundtrack again, the soundtrack of this level is on his personal best album, favorite hits, something like that. And you have to consider he put a video game soundtrack on his best songs he ever made list. That's cool. Cool stuff. But yeah, also, whoever put enemies in metal armor on top of small platforms that you need to charge, don't do that. This level is so strange. In OG. After we rescued Revealer, we rescued every dragon. Hawk. And Leap of Faith. Let's go. Rescued every dragon, but there are still 6 missing. You will see. Count a bit more. Nice, we're good with gems. What's our end count? 662. Nice. Or 63. No, 62.
Are you ready to go?
We take those. So yeah. Entering Nasty's world. There are 6 dragons in here, and those are dragons that we already rescued. The lore reason is that after we rescued them, they tried to go to Nasty's by themselves, but they just get captured again. Sucks, right? Like Delvin, this is the one of the first dragons in Artisans. So yeah, North Cove. As I said, since there aren't any real requirements anymore to proceed, we normally should just be able to leave the level through the vortex. Like, this is the only requirement. We need to exit the level through the vortex, like earlier on with Toasty, because then the next level opens. Again, we need to rescue the dragons, so I have to run through the levels anyways. But this is the most prominent example of we could just skip this level by jumping over that wall here right in front of me and just fly to the vortex behind it. But, well, darn, there are dragons on the way. Just to, we need to play babysitter for those. Damn. But we are just a small dragon ourselves. Yeah, other than that, it's literally just run past everything. Don't try to die. I have green sparks. That might not be good. Because here's a trick we can do to shorten everything. It just sucks if I get hit, since we need at least 1 hit point for that. Okay, good. It works. Well, yeah, that's North Cove. Easy breezy. And next up is Twilight Harbor. Does any one of you like to play Splatoon? Since this is Splatoon, the level. The reason for that is it got pretty much censored. In the original they had real machine guns and grenades and stuff that isn't allowed in this game, so here they shoot goo. Yeah, but the soundtrack is still a banger. But yeah, this literally is just running through the level, not giving a... Ouch. Okay, not running through the level if I take a skinny dip. Don't do that. Okay, running through the level, not giving a damn about everything. Like, bye. Rescuing Cletus. Taking the supercharge and just run through the level. Bye! Can't catch me. I'm running faster than your bullets. And that's it. And time for the final boss. Next up is Nasty Nog. But if you look at the top, you see we have 79 dragons. We are missing a dragon since this category is called 80 dragons. The last dragon spawns after we've beat Nasty Nog. Yes, it's somewhat of an anticlimactic ending, but yeah, that's the rules of the game, I guess. And that also means that there's no dragon in this boss fight. If you could call it a boss fight, it's pretty much playing hide and seek or catch me or catch. However you call it, I don't know. English is not my native tongue. So we start with catching 2 thieves. And after that, we need to catch Nasty. Ah, damn. Come here, I messed it up, I know, but still, just wait for me. Hey, why am I messing this up? There we go. Took me way longer than needed. There are a few quick kill spots and I missed them all. Rip me. But yeah, now we just catch Nasty. And that's it. But yeah, the important thing that I wanted to mention is since there are no dragons here, that means we have no checkpoint. And if we die, which is maybe somewhat likely because if we just fall down, we die instantly. We'd have to start everything all over again. Like also the stuff catching the thieves again. Let's hope that just doesn't happen. But other than that, that was scary. Other than that, Nasty's down. But we're still not done. As I said, there's one more dragon that we need. Luckily we can skip the credits here. Shout out to OG. By just pressing a button. But yeah, and this is the last dragon. This is also normally a dragon that you can't skip. I hope I'm able to do that, since this is tricky for me. I did it and this is time. Exactly 1:12. Real time. Loadless time, it's 53:59. Ha! Sub 54. The rules state you have to show the in-game time just to show how bad the in-game timer is. 54:25. But yeah, since I'm so close to my estimate and I wanted to show something off, I'll do it now real quick. So I will do my thanks and everything. As I said, this run, the time that would get timed is a 53:59. Yes, good stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this run. I know, been weird, but whatever. We made it. Hope you enjoyed this game, this run, everything. Thanks for having me. And I've seen there was a Spyro one before. So let's just make some shoutouts to that, right? Since Spyro's not only a dragon, he's also a hedgehog. And what do I mean with that? Just you wait. Because if we exit level here now, this happens. And it's not over yet. because this stays. And we can run around, we can charge, we can even hit those frogs with it. Spin dash! Let's go. We can jump, we can glide. We can't breathe fire, that would remove that state. But we could also floaty ball. We can climb ladders. If I would jump from that, then it disappears again, but this is, I guess that's something that people call a Dragon Ball, I guess. There. This is just some fun thing that I wanted to show off. This would be it for now. I hope you like it. I think I've said everything. Get me out of here. Bye.